For many Americans, saving for retirement is the most important part of creating a dream retirement, but some experts say it may be more important and how you spend that money in retirement. So joining us to discuss this is Gary Mattson and Laurel Steward, the father-daughter team at Mattson Financial Services, our sponsor, a firm that's been helping people retire successfully in West Michigan for decades. You can also catch them on the radio show, Money Mentors. And so Gary and Laurel, okay, is saving money the most important part of a retirement?
Absolutely. I think that's where, as a foundation, it has to start there. To say you have this nest egg that you've built up, and now what do you do with it, right? And I think the key is we don't get that educational piece in school and things like that, which is sad, but at least at your workplace, we talk about if you're in your younger years, the best thing you can do is meet with your HR rep and talk about your 401k and how to get involved to start saving. Because if you start putting that money aside, whether it's $25 a pay period or more than that, at least it's going there automatically, and pretty soon it'll become a stable thing, out of sight, out of mind.
Yeah. Let's talk a little bit about what's called the distribution phase. What is that?
This is really about where you supplement your paycheck from work from your own assets. Okay. So in other words, you've been working, you accumulate this Roth IRA, your 401k, your savings, all these stuff that you put together. Now it's time to take money out of those to give you the income that you're used to having through work. So you don't have to pick up the phone, you don't have to get in the car, you don't have to go to work. But then this money's supposed to come in on a regular basis, just like your check did. Yeah. So that's what distribution is making sure that the money's there that you're normally going to live on. And of course, the things you need to do along the way with that coming out is taxes and other things you must account for.
Is there special planning that needs to be done for the distribution phase specifically?
Yes, because we kind of look at it as a mountain. So you've got your accumulation phase, right? And you're putting money away. We also have money coming in, so you're not really that worried. But once you hit that peak and then you start going down the other side of the mountain with the distribution phase, right, the thought process is that you've retired, and now, like to Dad's point, your assets that you saved have to take care of you. And not only does that take careful planning to make sure income and taxes are a part of it, but there's a real emotional and mental piece of it too, to say, okay, I've only seen my account increase over time. Now I'm going to see it hopefully still increase with, your investments, but also you're taking money from it. So you have to, kind of wrap your mind around that plan. Yeah.
And I think a lot of people are missing out when they're going to the accumulation phase. There's certain things that you should be looking for along that way even. The three tax buckets we talk about, tax-free, taxable, and tax-deferred, those should be included as you're getting that mountain build up. If you do that, you're going to have a very sound retirement that you're going to keep more money than you're going to be giving the government. And that's what's really scary in that tax bomb that we see so many people in their 70s and 80s when they have that required minimum distribution, they're paying way too much in taxes because of improper planning back then.
Right, and that brings up a lot of good questions when it comes to taxes. That's a big subject in retirement. How is retirement tax planning different than maybe regular tax planning?
Yeah, there's so many things that really go into retirement income, from your pension, if you're able to have one of those, your 401k or perhaps an IRA, depending on where you have that asset at. Now you've got Social Security coming in, and then once you turn 65, you've got Medicare, which means premium payments, and the premium payments change based on your income level. And then once you hit RMD age, the required minimum distributions that Dad was talking about in your 70s, comes a whole new set of rules. So it's like every time you're turning through this retirement phase, there's something new there.
Yeah, interesting. Lots of curves.
And of course, the government keeps changing things. Medicare rates go up.
On top of it all.
Yeah, Social Security rates go up, tax rates go up. So all of this is a churning, kind of like a rapid waterfall that if you're not really engaged of how you're going to navigate it, you're going to get swamped. In other words, you're going to do things that are going to flood you. In other words, you're going to run out of money.
Yeah, okay, so let's talk about income in retirement. How do you help your clients really generate enough to live the lifestyle that they have been looking forward to or planning on living in retirement?
That really starts with the planning phase. When we first meet with you and sit down, we're going to talk about what does retirement look like for you. Maybe you haven't made it to that point yet and you're wondering, hey, have I saved enough for it? So we'll do those calculations and show you along the way. Or perhaps you're already retired and you're wondering, hey, could I have more money in my pocket instead of taxes? So there's a lot of different ways to look at it, but we want to make sure that we're looking at these different buckets that are coming in, you know, these different areas of your plan, and then we'll have that stress-free retirement that will provide you in written form in that second meeting so you can see all these different layers to the plan.
Yeah, information has power. You talked about stress-free retirement, because really that's the goal, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, and you have an offer for our viewers. Tell us about it.
So for the first 5 callers, if you've saved $250,000 or more towards retirement, things in your savings, stocks and bonds, perhaps your pension, 401k, things like that, you can give us a call. And like I mentioned there, that first planning phase, we're going to offer that to you complimentary to sit down with one of our fiduciary advisors.
Yeah, sounds good. So for you at home, take advantage of that special offer from Mattson Financial. If you're retiring or already retired, Laurel, Gary, and the rest of the team will sit down with you and customize a retirement plan that is just for you. This is a comprehensive enhanced plan that takes a look at your investments, your income sources, taxes, and so much more to help you get to and through the retirement you deserve. So reserve one of those spots now. Call 800-536-8907. That's 800-536-8907. Gary, Laurel, thank you so much for stopping by. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And this segment is sponsored by Mattson Financial Services. We'll be right back.